countries have expelled Russian diplomats in response to a nerve-agent attack in the UK. The International Security Organization has expelled 7 envoys and has told to Russia that there are costs and consequences for its behavior.
Also tonight, thousands of people have protested in the Siberian city of Kemerovo in the wake of a leisure complex fire, blaming Russian officials.
There has been confirmation that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has visited China after days of speculation following rumors by local media.
The 2020 US census has been marred by controversy over a new question asking respondents whether or not they are US citizens.
And in sport, a late Italy penalty awarded by the video assistant referee at Wembley gives England draw the final game before announcing the provisional World Cup squad. Welcome to the Entertainment News at 6. NATO is expelling 7 Russian diplomats in response to a nerve-agent attack in the UK.
The International Security Organization's chief said the move would send a message to Russia that there are costs and consequences for its behavior.
26 countries have expelled Russian envoys in the past few days in solidarity with the UK.
They all believe Russia was behind the poisoning of 2 people in Salisbury, in which it denied any involvement.
Russian ex-spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia were poisoned on the 4th of March in the southern English city, and investigations say a military-grade nerve agent was used.
Speaking in Brussels, NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg said he would also deny pending accreditation for 3 Russian staff and will reduce the size of Russia's mission from 30 to 20.
Now to other news. Thousands of people have protested in the Siberian city of Kemerovo, angered Russian officials. Now to other news. Thousands of people have protested in the Siberian city of Kemerovo, angered Russian officials over the leisure complex fire that killed at least 64 people, 31 of them children.
President Vladimir Putin had arrived in Kemerovo and blamed criminal negligence for Sunday's blaze. Relatives say dozens of people, including children, are still missing.
Investigators say the fire alarm was switched off and exits blocked. 4 people have been charged.
Another detained suspect, a guard from a private security firm, will be charged shortly. Russia's investigative committee says a national day of mourning will be observed today.
Andrew Plant from BBC News has this report on the Russian shopping centre fire.
A fire on the 4th floor. This shopping centre surrounded by firefighters searching for survivors, trying to reach upper floor windows, fighting the smoke billowing outside. The fire started here on Sunday. Dozens were evacuated, but it was clear dozens more were missing, many of them children.
The area of the fire is about 1,500 square metres. At this moment, 288 emergency officers are working on site, as well as 62 units of equipment and an airborne grouping are taking part in the search and rescue operation. We are taking all necessary measures to extinguish the fire. The shopping centre has a very complex construction. There is a lot of combustible materials.
People gathered to stand and stare as the fire unfolded. Witnesses said it trapped people on the upper floors and said some had jumped from windows to try to escape from the flames. An industrial city of more than 500,000, it is one of Russia's biggest coal-producing regions, more than 2,000 kilometres east of Moscow. Already there are reports the fire began near a cinema and children's entertainment centre. President Putin has already sent his condolences to friends and family of the victims. Authorities say a criminal investigation will now begin to try to find out what caused the fire. Andrew Plant, BBC News.
After days of speculation, it has been confirmed that North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un has visited China.
The visit, confirmed by China and North Korea, was Mr. Kim's first known foreign trip since taking office in 2011.
Mr. Kim held successful talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing, China's Xinhua news agency reported.
China is North Korea's main economic ally, and it was thought highly likely it would consult Beijing before planned summits with South Korea and the US.
Mr. Kim is due to meet South Korean President Moon Jae-in in April and US President Donald Trump in May.
The Beijing visit is considered a significant step in North Korea's preparation for the proposed talks.
Stay with us here on After 7 News coming up.
Outrage over a controversial decision in the 2020 US Census to ask respondents whether or not they are US citizens for the first time since 1950.
In sport, England denied the second friendly victory by a late Italy penalty awarded by the video assistant referee at Wembley.
And later in the weather, a heat up in all parts of the country and expect clear and favourable conditions.
Going really well. There is undeniable chemistry between us.
Yeah, I agree. Just go home, Tom. He'll have to stop being mayor. He'll have to shut down his company. He'll have to live in a cabin in the desert filled with splinters.
It can't end like this. Let's move to phase 3.
The 2020 US Census will ask respondents whether or not they are citizens for the first time since 1950.
California and New York filed to sue to block the move, saying it will deter immigrants from participating.
Trump administration officials say the data will help the government allocate resources and enforce voter laws designed to prevent discrimination.
The census is mandated under the US Constitution and takes place every 10 years, counting every resident.
Census data helps the US government calculate funding distribution and job districts for state and local elections.
Democratic states with large immigrant populations argue a citizenship question will produce other counts because fewer people will participate.
They fear losing congressional and state legislature seats along with federal funding.
Kirsten Clark, president of the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights under Law, told Reuters news agency to question exposed xenophobic and anti-immigrant policy positions from the Trump administration.
Now let's head over to Talking Angela for the sports news. Angela?
Good evening, I'm Talking Angela with the sports news. England manager Gareth Southgate was unhappy with the video assistant referee decision that denied his side a win over Italy at Wembley. Jamie Vardy put the hosts ahead, but referee Dennis Artigan consulted VAR and awarded Italy a late penalty which Lorenzo Insigne scored to make it 1-1. Southgate said that the ruling was not clear and obvious, and it was one you can debate all day. He added that he didn't think with incidents like that, VAR will clear things up. The penalty came in the 87th minute when Burnley defender James Tarkowski, who was making his international debut, tangled with Federico Chiesa. Southgate told BBC Radio 5 Live that it looked like Tarkowski stamped on him, but it's during the running process and he is going down anyway. Tarkowski said it was never a penalty. He stood on his foot, but he didn't take a lot of it. It was what it was, and he wasn't going to complain. He added that it had been a great experience this week. Only sports news for the day. Good night. Now let's head on live to Talking Ginger for the weather forecast. Ginger? Hello, I'm Talking Ginger with the weather. A high pressure area is expected to intensify all around Adfitia, with temperatures of around 34 degrees Celsius on average nationwide. Talking City gets an average of 32 degrees with sunny and clear skies. Over to the north, we get a 30 degrees average and partly cloudy conditions, while going westward gets a 36 degrees average with sunny weather. East Adfitia will have 38 degrees on average, plus mostly sunny skies, and heading south, we get a 35 degrees average and mostly sunny weather. That's all, good night.
And that was Talking Ginger with the weather, and that's all for today's news. And be sure to check out our all-new website via Google Sites. The link is in the video description down below. It's a really cool website I made.
I agree with you, Ben. Well, it's a really cool website, I agree.
Well, that's all for today. I am Talking Ben.
And I'm Talking Tom, you're watching Top Avid 7 News. Good night.